Welcome, dear soul. You've found your way to a story that echoes from deep within the sacred memory of this land. A teaching passed through the voices of elders and dreamers that still whispers to those who listen. Among the Cherokee and Lakota peoples, there is a gentle but powerful warning, one many today may have forgotten. Do not sleep near the photographs of the dead. Why? Because in their wisdom, the spirit world is alive and watchful. The eyes captured in those images are not just memories, they are windows. And where we sleep, we are most vulnerable, most open to unseen energies. The eyes of the dead still see. The heart of the spirit still lingers. Sleep is not safe when the other world is watching. This isn't fear. It's reverence. A call to respect the boundary between the worlds, to honor the spirits without inviting unrest into our dreams. As we explore this ancient teaching, we do so not to dismiss our loved ones, but to remember that their journey has changed, and so must our way of relating to them. Let us begin. In Cherokee and Lakota traditions, the place where we lay our heads is more than a bed, it is a threshold, a sacred space where the soul, in its rest, drifts closer to the spirit world. Sleep is not just rest, it is journey. A time when dreams become messages and the unseen whispers more clearly. But in this gentle passage, we are vulnerable, open to energies that do not always belong. That's why, in these traditions, elders speak with care. Do not keep images of the dead near where you sleep, especially if their eyes are open. Why? Because a photograph is more than paper. It holds presence. It remembers. These images may unintentionally disturb our spiritual rest. They may blur the clarity of dreams. They may invite the departed to linger too near, especially if their soul has not fully journeyed on. A photo with intense energy, grief, love, longing, can act as a doorway or a magnet. And so, out of love, out of deep respect, we are reminded. Let the spirits have their path. Let the living rest in peace, so both worlds may find harmony. This is the wisdom of the ancestors. To many native elders, a photograph is not just a picture, it's a spiritual anchor. It holds something of the person's presence, a trace of their energy that lingers long after the image is taken. When someone passes on, that energy doesn't simply fade. It deepens. It changes. Cherokee elders have a sacred saying, "The image holds the breath of the spirit." It's a poetic truth that reminds us, what we capture in a photo is more than just a face. It's memory, emotion, soul. Lakota medicine people go even further. They warn that a photo can become what they call a shadow mirror, especially when placed in sleeping spaces. The energy of the departed may reflect back at us, subtly affecting our dreams, our emotions, even our sense of peace. If a photo is placed directly across from a bed, the effect can be stronger. It may feel, even unconsciously, as if the eyes are watching, not out of malice, but because the energy remains. This isn't about fear, it's about balance, about honoring both the living and the dead with care. This is the quiet wisdom passed down through generations. Listen and rest wisely. In many native traditions, grieving is not a burden, it's a sacred path, a time for deep honoring, a time to speak to the ancestors, to feel the ache of their absence, but also to gently let them go. Mourning must be given its due, but it must not become a chain. Cherokee and Lakota elders teach that holding too tightly to the departed, especially through photos kept close at night, can disrupt the soul's journey to the spirit world. Sleeping beside a photo of someone we've lost may feel comforting, but it can carry unseen weight. It may stir unresolved grief. It may pull on the spirit, unintentionally calling it back when it is trying to move forward. Letting go does not mean forgetting. It means releasing with love. It means trusting that the one we love has a path of their own to walk now. There's an old Lakota teaching, a grandmother once whispered. When you cry too long or hold their face too close, they get confused. They want to return, but they cannot. That confusion, that longing from both sides, can become a spiritual tension. The living suffer in dreams. The departed linger, unsure. This is why many elders gently caution, do not sleep beneath the gaze of the dead. Not out of fear, but out of reverence for their journey and for your healing. Honor them, speak their name. But when the time comes, release them in peace. They are never truly gone. They walk in the wind, in the trees, in the quiet stars above your bed. But their road must be free of our tears. That is the wisdom passed down from heart to heart. In Cherokee tradition, the direction of the east holds deep meaning. It is the place of new beginnings, where the sun rises and where the spirits journey when they leave this world. That's why, in many Cherokee homes, photographs of the deceased are placed facing the east, on sacred shelves or altars, not beside the bed. You may hear an elder say, "The east is where they journey, let them walk," or gently remind a grieving heart. The bed is for your dreaming, not theirs. It's a practice rooted in care, both for the living and for those who have moved on. Placing a photo near the bed, especially where your eyes meet theirs, may unknowingly invite their presence too strongly. The home should be a space of peace and gentle remembrance, not of spiritual confusion or unrest. And that brings us to an important teaching across many Native traditions, the difference between dreams and visitations. Dreams are part of our inner world, our memories, our longings. But visitations, these are sacred. They arrive without being called and often leave a feeling of calm, not sorrow. They are rare, brief, and healing. But when grief holds too tightly, or when photos are placed too close, what may come in dreams isn't always peaceful. It can blur the lines, drawing in emotions that aren't yet ready to let go. True visitations never feel forced. They don't happen night after night, and they never ask us to cling. So the wisdom is simple, yet powerful. Honor the departed with love. Remember them with care. But let them walk their path, just as we must walk ours. In Native traditions, the home is more than shelter. It's a spirit space, a living circle of energy and meaning. Our ancestors understood the quiet power of placement, where we keep things, why we keep them, and how they speak to the soul even when we sleep. Photos of those we've lost hold deep emotion. In modern life, we see them everywhere, on phones, shelves, and bedside tables. But the elders speak gently to this. Bedrooms are places of rest, of dreams, of healing. When a photograph of a departed loved one is placed too close to where we sleep, especially during fresh grief, it may disturb the energy of both worlds. It's not about fear, it's about respect. The spirit needs space to walk freely, and we, too, need space to heal without clinging too tightly to what was. The wisdom says, place their image where the morning sun touches it. Speak to them by the light, not in the shadows. A candle, a feather, a sunrise-facing window. These are sacred places to honor the memory without disturbing the stillness of night. And always, speak to them not with tears, but with gratitude. For love doesn't die, it changes shape. It moves like the wind through the trees, soft, unseen, but always present. Honor them by living well, sleep peacefully, and let both spirits and dreams travel freely. There's an old saying among the Cherokee and the Lakota. The eyes remember, even when the voice is gone. In many Native traditions, photographs are not just images, they are spirit vessels, especially when the one pictured is gazing directly into the lens. Photos taken during ceremonies, during times of mourning, or those in which the eyes seem to follow you, these are not simply keepsakes. They hold presence. They carry energy through time. That's why elders teach, cover such photos at night, or move them gently from sleeping spaces. Not out of fear, but out of reverence, for the living and the dead both need their peace. So what can we do instead? Create a sacred space, not hidden, but honored. A small shelf in a living room or quiet corner. Place a photo there, alongside gifts of nature, a feather, a smooth stone, a pinch of tobacco or sage. Let it become a space of remembrance, not sorrow. In the morning, offer a greeting. Thank you for walking with me. I carry your love. Release the guilt of removing a photo from your bedroom. You're not forgetting them, you're letting both their journey and yours continue in balance. Keep a dream journal nearby. Sometimes, messages come when the room is clear and the spirit unburdened. Honor is not in clinging, it's in remembering with love, not weight. Sleep easy. The ancestors walk with you, even when their eyes are gently closed. There's a quiet teaching passed down through generations. The eyes in the photo still see. Among the Cherokee, the Lakota, and other native nations, photographs are more than memories. When a person has passed, their image, especially their eyes, can hold a thread to the spirit world. This teaching is not about fear, it is about respect for the unseen. Our ancestors walk beside us. They guide us, protect us, whisper in our dreams, but they must also be allowed to journey beyond. To sleep under the gaze of the dead may feel sentimental in modern times. But to indigenous wisdom, it's a sacred crossing that must be approached with care. So what do the elders advise? Move those images gently, cover them at night, or place them in a sacred space, not hidden, but honored. Create a memory altar in your living room with natural elements, feathers, stones, herbs, or corn, to remind you that love never dies. In the morning, speak to them, offer a word of thanks. Let your room be a space of peace. Let your dreams be your own. Let the spirits watch over you, but not watch you. You're not shutting them out. You're making space for both worlds to breathe. Thanks for watching. If this teaching spoke to your heart, honor it by giving this video a like. Subscribe for more native wisdom and sacred stories from the land. And above all, walk gently and dream well.